frogs, flies, and other swamp creatures. Today's just gonna be another little sketchbook sketch. This one is gonna be one that I called Midnight Snack. It features this adorable femme person eating ice cream at what is presumably midnight. I just think this is absolutely adorable. They're not really a fully fleshed out character of mine, they're just something I got into my head to draw and that I wanted to draw. I figured doing this little sketch I had would help me plan out some perspective because I haven't really worked on any perspective in a while. And I genuinely cannot remember the last time I've done full body. There's no super deep meaning behind this sketch. Sometimes my paintings have meanings behind them, but normally my sketches don't, and this is an example of that. Other than, I don't know, maybe some body positivity, some ice cream propaganda, eat more ice cream. I don't draw full body figures that often, especially not plus size figures that often, which I should. I should draw not only full bodies more often, but plus size figures more often. Actually, screw it, this does have a deeper meaning, and the deeper meaning is people should wear crop tops. That's the deeper meaning. People with stomachs, people who are plus size, people who are not plus size, everyone should wear more crop tops. That is the deeper meaning behind this. The other deeper meaning is that I really wanted to do perspective because I genuinely enjoy it. And don't worry, that little line and that square gets fixed up pretty soon. If I was going to do this as like an actual print, I would use a ruler for these lines because they're obviously very wobbly and very shaky, but this was just a sketch. I wasn't too concerned about it. And if I was going to do this again, I would get skin tone alcohol markers because the one that I had to use for this was just the brown color, which is fine, but it doesn't really work as a skin tone. You'll see what I mean whenever I use it. Skin tone in general doesn't really work with alcohol markers, but hopefully if I had like alcohol markers that were specifically for skin tones, it would make it better, but I honestly don't know. Alcohol markers aren't really my medium. I'm more of an acrylic paint kind of guy. But yeah, I gave this person little bunny slippers. I thought they were adorable. Those flowers in the back are part of the wallpaper. I don't know why I turned it. That's not a thing I should have done. I honestly think I forgot I was recording. Which is good, because it means I'm comfortable in front of the camera, but it also means that I probably moved my sketchbook around a lot because I wasn't thinking about it. So I'm sorry for this weird angle y'all are at as I erase the sketch beneath the line art that's done in marker. I feel like I don't talk about the mediums that I use that often, so I'm gonna talk about it. I primarily use acrylic paint. I've been primarily doing acrylic paint for like 6 years now. Basically, ever since I started drawing, I got cheap acrylic paint from Walmart, and that's kind of just what I've been using ever since. It was the first medium I learned to use, and I just instantly fell in love with it. I don't know what in the world happened to the lighting here. I honestly couldn't tell you if I wanted to. But yeah, I've used other mediums. I've just never really clicked with them as much as acrylic paint clicked for me. Watercolor was kind of fun, but I just couldn't feel like I could control it enough. Alcohol markers are kind of fun. Honestly, if I was going to work on this more cartoonish style more, I'd probably do something similar to Posca pen. Paint markers seem to kind of be the best of both worlds. It's the control I want, but I also get the fun feeling of scribbling with markers. But also, it's just the right amount of similar to acrylic paint that I would be used to it. I love watching myself color with these markers. I think it's super fun, especially when it's sped up. I think it's amazing. I can feel myself getting to the point of finding things to say to fill the dead air. If I have anything else to say, I'll come back, but I'm gonna stop before I get ahead of myself. This figure's outfit ends up being the bi pride flag colors, and that wasn't what I was going for, but honestly it's cute, so I don't mind it. I also don't really remember why I colored the shorts that way. I think I was going for like a tie-dye thing. It really doesn't come through though. I tried to shade the hair, but it also doesn't really come through because the markers just kind of bleed together too much. But I think it looks cute for how it turned out. Here's what I was talking about with the skin tone thing. It's not really a skin tone, and it doesn't look like a skin tone either. I'm not good enough on color to know how to describe it, other than it doesn't look like a skin tone. Or maybe it doesn't really look like the skin tone I was going for. I was definitely going for a darker skin tone, but this one just doesn't really work. It's also probably just because I'm not great with alcohol markers because I haven't used them, but it comes out super streaky and it makes their skin look pretty weird. Like, it adds texture to the skin, but not texture in the way that I would want it to look, if that makes any sense. Also, here's me coloring their bunny slippers. I literally gave them bunny slippers because every time I put a character in The Sims into their sleepwear, I make sure they have bunny slippers. Here's me literally fidgeting at trying to figure out what color I'm going to color the cabinets, and then trying to find a decent wood color and realizing there is none. I'm not super happy with the color palette. It would work better if I did this as a digital piece and then maybe blurred the background. I ended up going back over those cabinets, by the way, because I hated them. I generally couldn't find colors that I was happy with. I don't know what it was. I'm just generally not used to working with alcohol markers. I then switched to colored pencils so I could color the ice cream to distract myself from the cabinets. I decided that the cabinets were going to be a very light wood color, and I once again had to whip out a colored pencil because I couldn't figure out how to use the Copics in a way that I wanted. Here's me doing some little details, trying to ignore the back wall and the flowers on the wallpaper because they scared me, and then eventually giving up and having to do the flowers anyway. I think another thing, if I did this again, is I would definitely make the back wall completely light blue and then those flowers a darker blue on top, because they just look weird just out in the open like that. No, I don't remember what I was doing here. I honestly wish I could tell you. Okay, now I can tell you what the little piece of paper is. This was me putting the words Midnight Snack on it because I really liked the idea of having the words Midnight Snack up there. The words Midnight Snack also make the white wall behind the flowers less empty, so that's helpful. I honestly kind of like this piece. It's not my best, but I like it.
It'd be better if we had just never met. I wish we never met. We broke up on pickup track.